All right, let's get right into it. When we talk about engine performance, your mind probably jumps to things like horsepower or fuel economy, right? But what about the one thing your engine absolutely cannot live without? The oil. The thing is, not all engine oils are made the same, not even close. So today, we're gonna peel back the label and really look at the engineering behind a premium lubricant, Hyundai XTeer. So let me start by asking you a question. What does your modern engine really need? Seriously, think about it. The engines in today's cars are engineering marvels. They're smaller, way more powerful, and they run a whole lot hotter. With tech like turbocharging and gasoline direct injection, GDI for short, they are under an incredible amount of stress. They demand a lubricant that does so much more than just, well, lubricate. It needs to be a suit of armor. And that's where the name itself actually tells you a lot of the story. XTeer. It's short for extreme steering. Now, that's not about turning your wheels. It's about giving you precise control over your engine's performance and its health, making sure you're always in that optimum driving condition no matter what you're putting that engine through. But hey, talk is one thing, right? Performance is something else entirely. So let's cut through the marketing noise and get into the hard data, because that's what really shows what this oil can do. In engineering, the proof is always, always in the numbers. First things first, let's talk about protecting those high-tech engines we mentioned. GDI and turbo GDI engines can suffer from this really nasty thing called low-speed pre-ignition, or LSPI. You can think of it as a tiny but incredibly destructive misfire that can cause catastrophic damage. XTeer is built to the absolute latest API SP standard, which was specifically created to fight and prevent LSPI. It's like having a bodyguard for your pistons. Now, let's talk about extremes, starting with the bitter cold. That number you're looking at, negative 45 degrees Celsius, that's its pour point. So picture the coldest morning of the year. This is the temperature where a lesser oil might thicken up like molasses, starving your engine of protection. But XTeer keeps flowing. That means you get instant lubrication the second you turn that key, which is critical because that's when most engine wear happens. Okay, so let's flip the script and go to the other extreme, punishing heat. 260 degrees Celsius. That's the oil's flash point. And trust me, a higher number here is a really good thing. It means the oil resists breaking down or literally vaporizing when your engine is being pushed to its limit. Think about a track day or towing something heavy up a steep hill. This kind of thermal stability is what prevents harmful sludge and keeps that protective film strong, no matter how hot it gets. So when you put XTeer side by side with a more standard oil, the difference becomes crystal clear. Just look at the viscosity index for the G700. It's up to 166. A typical requirement is only around 140. A higher number means the oil maintains its thickness and protective film even when it's scorching hot. It doesn't get all thin and watery. Add in the fact that it's 100% synthetic and rocks that latest API SP certification. Yeah, it's just engineered on a totally different level. So you've got to be wondering, how is this kind of performance even possible? Well, it doesn't just happen by magic. It all starts at the very beginning with one of the most powerful partnerships you can imagine in the entire industry. Back in 2012, Hyundai Oilbang and Shell, yeah, that Shell, one of the biggest energy giants on the planet, they formed a joint venture. And this partnership built a cutting-edge facility for one reason and one reason only, to produce some of the highest quality base oil in the world. And the scale is just mind-blowing. We are talking 650,000 tons of the stuff every single year. And this is it. This incredible state-of-the-art refinery in Daesan, Korea. This isn't just a simple blending plant where they mix a bunch of ingredients together. No, this is where the very heart, the DNA of Hyundai XTeer is created. The premium quality you get in that bottle, it all starts right here, with total control over the single most important ingredient. But you know, this story actually goes back even further. The quality of XTeer isn't just about a modern facility or a great partnership. It's built on a bedrock of industrial history, leadership, and a whole lot of credibility. The Hyundai name is just massive. It's often called the backbone of the Korean economy for a reason. This is not a car company that just decided to slap its logo on a bottle of oil. This is an industrial powerhouse with deep, deep roots in oil refining, in shipbuilding, in heavy engineering. That entire legacy, what they call the Hyundai spirit, is engineered right into this product. And you can see that deliberate journey right here on this timeline. It all kicks off way back in 1964, when Hyundai Oilbang gets its start as Korea's very first private oil company. Fast forward to 1993, it becomes Hyundai Oil Refinery.
And then, the real game changer in 2012, that massive joint venture with Shell. Just 1 year later, all that work comes together with the global launch of Hyundai XTeer. This is a story of deliberate, focused evolution. So, let's tie all of this together. What's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for you and your engine? Well, it all comes down to an integrated advantage that very, very few competitors on the shelf can even hope to match.
So, when you put it all together, what really makes XTeer different? First, you've got that incredible source quality, premium base oil straight from the Hyundai Shell JV. Second, you have proven performance that we saw in the numbers, that extreme temperature range and stability. Third, you get modern protection with that API SP certification for LSPI prevention. Fourth, it's backed by the sheer weight of Hyundai's industrial legacy. And finally, and this is a big one, it's a single high-standard made-in-Korea product. That means consistent quality, bottle after bottle, unlike some brands that use different regional blenders, which can honestly lead to variations in the final product. So, at the end of the day, when you look at these bottles, you are not just looking at engine oil. You're looking at the result of more than half a century of industrial excellence, a world-class partnership, and just relentless, hardcore engineering. The Hyundai spirit. It's engineered into every single drop. And that really leaves us with one final thought. The oil you put in your car isn't just some fluid you have to change every few months. It's a critical piece of technology. So the question I'll leave you with is this: is your engine running on a simple commodity, or is it running on a legacy of excellence?